All right. Hey, good morning, folks. My lighting is a little weird. Some of my lights went odd today. I'm going to have to get that fixed. But hey, we're going to work on some artwork this morning. Give me a second here to check my signal, make sure we're coming through okay. We'll get a couple hours, we'll get an hour or so of art in this morning, and checking my signal here. Yeah, okay, sounds like I'm coming through okay, no problem. If you're already familiar with the stream, you can skip ahead like maybe a minute and I'll be done with my intro stuff. So I get this back halo going because one of my lights died, so I need to get that fixed. But in the meantime, hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online, and we are creating an adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in the Eberron campaign setting called Crystals of Mabar. Let's see, click, and let's move this out of the way. This will be published on the DMsGuild when it is done and ready to go. We're on episode 417. You can see the entire playlist of all 417 episodes of me making all the art assets, maps, and stuff for the adventure. Here's my Discord community. Here's a slew of other books that I've created on the DMsGuild already that this will be joining once it is completed. Book cover we made around episode 40, and we are working on this illustration of Undead Army right now here on YouTube. Hey, we have new subscribers. Thanks a lot, guys. If you think this stuff is cool, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of when we're live in the future, and I'll fix my lighting. So let's get after this. So here, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Let's get after this. So here, yeah, that back halo is really bothering me. But oh well. It's I have an overhead light and it burned out, and I don't think I have any spare spare bulbs laying around the house, so I'm just making do with lamps. Let's see. Let's get these foreground layers out of the way, so we can clear up the field a little bit to see what it is that we're actually working with. And let's jump in here, and yeah, I'm liking how these guys are looking. This is pretty good. There we go. Let's do just a little bit of integrating there. So I stream 10 times per week, Monday through Friday in the mornings like this, as well as Mondays and Thursday nights, including last night. We also have a Tuesdays and Fridays. I don't know what my schedule is looking like today. Something is telling me my schedule might get scuttled today, and I might not be here. But if I am, I'll certainly post a link that I'm up and running, so you can jump on board if you're interested. Otherwise, we're looking at. Yeah, I like that guy. He's cool. Let's get that out of the way. Let's grab these. Let's fill in the. Let's see where our gaps are at right now for us to fill in. Because none of these guys are in proper proportion right now, which is okay. We're building it out. Like this guy here can be back here like this, fill in the gap. We have all these guys here that we're going to be doing. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of guys. So many guys, so many gaps to fill. You know what? I don't think I actually need these anymore. Let's take those. Let's toss those into the trash. And let's just start working on the back ranks. Yeah, let's do that. Is this all one single layer? Kind of is. Let's do that. Let's add all these back in, and then here. And let's see. Let's be decisive. Let's grab something like that as a base color. Let's grab this as a base color. Maybe this instead. There we go. That one feels good. And we we can drop this out of the way for now. Fold these up. Drop this in. There, we'll make a back rank. Maybe we'll have these in here, but like as a very vague reference point. Nah, let's just leave them out altogether. All right, cool. Let's just be bold. That's about the right size. Yeah, we can have a guy like that. That's gonna work. Yeah, let's see if that works. So we'll put in that line like that. We should have, yeah, that feels right. Let's get the Yugoloth out of the way. Like that, and let's go with, we're messing around today. We're trying to figure it out. So I'm trying to see if we can speed up this process a little bit. Hey, Fox, how you doing? Let's see. I'm going to try, since we're working on the back row, I'm going to see about having a different sort of, go with a silhouette and then fill in the silhouette. It's a different approach. Instead of doing line art and then filling in line art comic book style, this is just going to be block illustration where we're creating a aesthetically pleasing outline and then filling in the space inside of that outline to see if I can create an effect that I like. Baseline, backline. There. There. Normally I stream on Friday, but something is telling me that I'm not going to be. I don't know what's on the horizon, but my intuition is telling me that I am just not going to be available. If that changes, I will happily be wrong and jump online and do my normal Friday design work. But if not, I will definitely be on tomorrow morning and Monday, etc., like usual. Yeah, but this is going to work okay. Like that here. this is gonna work out. Let's add this back and this back in to see where we're actually at. Huh. Wait. Thank you. I am like all sorts out of sorts today. I am scuttled. I am very, very scuttled. Something feels just incredibly off in my world right now. And it's hitting me at a weird angle, so I don't know what's going on. There's definitely something weird going on in my world. You feel like Sauron, but mass-producing orcs instead of skeletons. Kind of. There's I can definitely feel the fatigue setting. And I didn't realize it was going to take this many hours to do this piece. I occasionally have that happen. Sometimes things just take more time than I think they're going to, and it's not really demoralizing. It doesn't help morale to take longer than I want, of course, but it doesn't necessarily damage morale. Let's put him here. It says I'm looking forward to this piece being done. And all this is, of course, this is self-inflicted because I'm my own art director, so I'm the one that's deciding how much detail and composition that I'm going to put into a piece. But occasionally, I just really like. Sometimes I just fall into a piece and just want to make it good, you know. Give myself the ability to just do what I want. That's the non-professional, like the non-business side of me, the hobbyist in me. Just wanting to do as good as I can do with whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm gonna leave this part over here intentionally out because I'm going to end up doing an actual detailed skeleton over here. But I think this approach is going to end up serving me really nicely. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go with this rank that we have here. That's filling in the horde pretty well. And we add our Yugo in here. Yeah. We'll get this rank. We'll get this rank done here, and then we'll add in the Yugoloth, and then we'll have, like, you know, more guys further back here, and then the fog will take them, and then we can fill in gap over here a little bit with a couple of like strays. This is all, yeah. This is all fitting the plan. We're gonna be okay. What's up? Follow the news. Yeah, I know, right? She knows what the hell's going on. She As I said, I think she's got the Nintendo Power Guide of my life, and it says it might not make sense, but you need to backtrack here and go XYZ. Thank you, Timely Timer. I feel. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. There we go. We'll get this sorted out. let's do a layer on top of that. We'll do a separate layer so I can start doing some line art over that. And here like that. Various. Shoulder here. Ribs in like that. There we go. I think it's okay to have bad days. You can't always have good days. You can't always control your progress where you're at. What's really important is that I keep just moving forward and just recognizing I have, like, this feels like a limited capacity day. I'm just going to have a limited capacity today. If that's where I'm at, then I just have to own it. Doesn't mean I shut down. It just means that I recognize that I might have less production than I want. There. Bring that in here like that. It's obnoxious as hell, but it is what it is. Let's merge that down, and then let's just start taking our smudge tool and working the line art that we have into the form. There. There we go. Put that in there. How was your last night? I could not miss the... Fair enough. Hockey is hockey, my man. Can't bitch at that. It was fun. Super Atomic is a very, very loose narrative-based role-playing game. Let's see how to word it. It uses all the normal Euclidean dice. You only roll if there's a doubt whether you'll succeed or not, and then the severity of challenge. The lower the die, the more dangerous or swingy the outcome can be. The lower size die that you use. It had one master chart. It had like it has a D20 list down the side. And for every, so like basically there's 20 different degrees of success or failure. Once you get below, like on a D20, once you get to 10 and below, it starts getting bad. 11 and above, it starts getting good. And so when you declare an action and there's a chance of failure, the host or the GM, called the host, is determines what size die you roll, and then you roll it, and then you look at the chart to determine. It's the same chart for all of them. So like there's 20 options down, like you've got like 20 options down the size like this. So you're using a D20, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's like for example, natural 1 is death, natural 20 is 0 damage, right? And then you also have like a D10, so it'd be like every other that it goes through, and then you've got a like a D4, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 on a scale of 1 to 20. Like 20 is down here. So depending on how swingy the effort is, will determine what sort of die that you use. So you have a higher degree, like on a D4, it's like you're either going to do really bad, really bad, really good, or maybe in between, as opposed to a D10 that there's far more gradation between the two. And then the D20 is on, there's 20 degrees of success or failure. So if I want to try to shoot somebody that has cover from a really far distance, that might end up being like a D6 or like a D8. Like if they're point blank, then it's going to be more like a D20. So the system has high swing, and I didn't have to make many rolls in the game, but it's a modern superhero game, and we were trying to protect a nuclear meltdown from happening in a lab full of weird experiments and stuff. And I was keeping an eye out for potential trouble while the rest of the team was getting scientists and stuff out of the facility to safety, and a meltdown was starting to happen. So I was basically making a saving throw to potentially avoid any kind of damage at the time, from the nuclear stuff that was starting to happen in the facility that was still inside of. So I rolled a D20, I rolled a natural 1, and my character got 1 shot. So I had basically made 3 die rolls during the game, and I got killed. So very, very swingy game. But it only takes like a minute and a half to make a new character. So it's kind of fuck around, find out. If your character dies, make a new one, continue forward. But it's kind of a beer and pretzels sort of palate cleanser to a longer sort of long form campaign. So there's no reliability at all that your characters are going to survive. So it's kind of like here today, gone tomorrow. Don't really worry about them, and just enjoy them while they last and make a new character and go. So it was fun. It's a bunch of game designers. So we're all really good at improv, and we're all really good at taking cues and DMing. We're all used to DMing. So the story beats went really well, and it was super fun just to play. But I could not. It doesn't have the mechanical system isn't designed for a long form campaign, simply because characters aren't there. There's no real backstop for your characters getting killed. And in a modern setting, there's not really a large frame, like a dungeon frame, to have a sort of exploration XP environment space to explore inside of. So yeah, it's a very beers and pretzels sort of game, but I enjoyed it. The character creation is half the fun, how as superhero games often are. But I don't get to play a lot. I'm a forever DM by choice, like I've discussed before. I choose to be a forever DM, but it's nice when the opportunity arises to be able to participate in games, just to keep my head on straight. I enjoy it. So long story short, there you go, right? Yeah, no kidding, right? Glass cannons. The character I played, you just randomly generate what your character is, and you just make it make sense. But my character's shtick was basically like Jedi mind tricks, and I can disassemble machinery into kind of like the Sphinx from Mystery Men. I can wave my hand and guns disassemble, you know, or like in the Clone Wars, like the Tartakovsky's Clone Wars on Cartoon Network. Mace Windu waving a hand at a droid, and every component of it flies apart and it just crumbles into a mass. So that was my major attack / defense capabilities, and then I had the Jedi mind trick to be able to manipulate and force answers from people, which came in handy. And other than that, I had an addiction to nicotine patches. So it was silly fun. It was super silly fun. And he died, and I'm totally cool with that. There we go. Just like that. And then we can grab some of this gory bit here and drop that in here. And let's grab some highlights like this. So yeah, fun. It's like basically every other month or so, we'll have a pop-up game like that. And once I'm able to get the Guild Delver rules into something that's easily digestible in a written format, I'll be running a game. I'll be mastering a game of that for the team to run around inside of a dungeon delve of some sort. Thanks for asking. Hey, there we go. This guy's coming along pretty nicely. I'm happy with him. Let's grab that. Yeah, there we go. Beep, 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 boo. Put that in there. There. That. There we go. We're going to end up fogging this guy out a lot in the back lines. We're going to have the a lot of mist and atmospheric disturbance to sort of pale out this back rank, just to be able to push it back further. But I'm pretty happy with that. Let's grab a chunk of that. Free transform. There we go. Yeah, you're looking pretty good there, buddy. Let's grab this one. There, and now we'll do the same thing here. And you follow your muse. She always knews. Ba-ba. Get this outline, get the silhouette good, and then wait for it. Here, arm out like that. Rib cage drops in here. Spinal column. Yeah, good. None of this is going to be visible. Yeah. So I can just cheat the arm. Cheap it up. This is visible, though, so I want to make sure I put a little bit of work into this one here. Like that. That'll do. I don't want to carve them up like that. Not yet. That feels pretty good though. So let's go in like that. Drop in some line here. Get that form in here like that. Ribs in. Thump, 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 thump. Whoop, 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 whoop. Curve them around. Thank you, Timely Timer, for keeping me on time. Here. Carve that up a little bit in here. Free transform. Give him a bit of a tilt. Even now the head's too big. Tragic. Even now the head's too big. Wait for it. Free transform. Bring that down a snig. There we go. a little static, but I think that's going to be okay just because of the amount of just because there's a lot of them. None of them in particular need to be particularly animated, pardon the pun, but that's good placement there. I'm happy with where that's at. So let's see, yeah, back that out. Over here, putting the cheekbone, the eye socket, here like that, then cheekbone, jawline like this. Yeah, it looks way too big. There we go. Get your sinister going. There we go. Here. This is ridiculously large. Let's free transform and bring this down a bit. That's probably a more realistic size, so then we can trim up. The silhouette. There we go. How's our music doing? Is it still going? Nope, music stopped. Trim this in. Oh my god, is the head too small now? Holy shit. What a first. Oh my god, is the head too small now? Holy shit. What a first. That feels better. What is actually going on here? Okay, apparently I had some sort of highlight or some sort of selection error going on. Cool, fixed. Here, sternum like that. Yeah, that's the proper portions. Cool. Let me get the arm in here like that. That's good. Rib cage in, that's good. Spine. There we go. This feels too big over here. Let's bring that in. Grab this line here and bring that in so it's under control. Like that. Here. here. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's starting to look good. Let's grab that dark. Bone there like that. Here, hip bone. Nice. Create a slump here for this arm. Drop away here at an angle. That. Cool, perfect. Actually. Cool, perfect. Yeah, let's bond. Let's just merge those together and fuck around with it. There we go. Probably take this whole noggin bit and bring it down a tig. Add some darkness in here like that. Did my music stop again? What the hell is going on with you, dude? It's supposed to have an autoplay, and the autoplay keeps breaking. I don't understand why. And I haven't seen any complaint reports about it, so I feel like it's a user error. But I don't know. Grab dark bits from over there. There. Take this mass here and bring it in at an angle for transform. Ba-dump. Bring that up in here. I need to make sure that my impatience for the project isn't impacting the quality of the skellies that I'm creating. I can certainly reduce the amount of detail in them in this further back row, but I can't half-ass it. Otherwise, it's going to start showing up. I've done some pieces in books, especially like in the Color Mana Spell Point variant rule books, like the core mechanics. There is some shoddy art in that book because I got impatient, and the quality was definitely impacted. This is another reason why I want to revise the Color Mana books that I've published already, just to because I can do better art than what's in those books, and the more I look at them, the less content I am with how low quality some of those pieces are. And I don't often go back and redo art in pieces I've done. Normally I'm content with how each piece looks, but bigger projects, there is the risk of that, and I resolved most of that. Like in the Spelljammer book that we built, which is the last large project that we had done last year, I was able to resolve that discontent feeling and make sure that all the pieces that I put in that book were of good quality. But it's always a struggle to make sure that I'm consistently bringing a game to all the pieces that I build, especially when I feel like they're taking longer than they're supposed to, like we have in this instance. But I don't think I've half-assed any of the skellies that we've done so far, but I can feel it when I'm working on this one today. Like there was a shift in energy today that happened with this piece, and it's moving from pretty happy with where it's at to can't we just get this fucking thing done? But I'm liking how it's looking, so far so good. I don't know. Maybe sticking with line art and then the comic backfill is the way to go. Because this one's loose and I'm fretting on it a lot. I like the gaps coming through. And that's having like loose rib cages with lots of light shining through is difficult to do with more detailed skeletons, because it requires, you have to get it right, otherwise it looks weird. So in the front line I wanted to have lots of organs and fleshy bits and rot hanging off of them to add detail and interest, while also concealing sloppy anatomy. So here further back on the ranks, I can potentially have better anatomy with less detail, but I still have to make sure that I'm putting the quality in, and that is where we are struggling at just this moment. Let me guess. Yep. Epidemic shitting out isn't certainly helping anything. This is looking pretty good though. I can pull these up like this, and I'm going to drop yellow over them for the teeth, so I don't have to be very specific about each individual tooth. We're going to let the color fill take care of that. Like that. That looks pretty good. Thanks. Yeah, I know, right? So it's big. It is big. It's too big. I'm gonna have to fix that. That could just be a matter of positioning, pushing them further forward in the ranks. But yeah, it's once we get all the skeletons in. That's why I'm doing the Yugoloth last. So we have the idea of roughly where in the procession he's supposed to be sitting, but I have a lot of wiggle room on that. So yeah, I'm completely have eyes on that. Complete agreement with you. Which again is why I'm doing him last. So because I can figure him out. They're supposed to be medium, like 7 feet maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna have to work on proportions. More scale. Is that the right word? Yeah, scale. Right there with you, buddy. Right there with you, buddy. Yeah, this guy's coming along pretty nicely. Shaping up. Taking a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it's okay. I'm using the muse. She's gonna do what she do. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, the head's big now. It's a little bit big now. Let's just grab the rest of the body and make the rest of the body a little bit bigger instead of the head. Even that's still a little small. There. Merge. Thank you, timer. How are you doing anyway? So, holy shit, we're doing great. I got really solid sleep last night. So the rest of the world is going weird around me, but we're doing pretty good. So I've got the light from the actual Photoshop white background projecting at me. I've got lights off behind my camera here that are projecting light at me. And I normally have just like an overhead ceiling fan that projects light down onto me. So I have 3 points of light so that I'm fairly well highlit. But the overhead light burned out. So now I'm using the TV above the fireplace and a lamp to backlight me, which is why we get this weird halo going on back here, because the lighting is at a lower angle, and it's catching a little bit inside the camera behind me. So it's a little off, but I don't have any light bulbs. So I couldn't switch it. I need to get light bulbs. So I actually would have been on earlier today if I wasn't fucking around with my lighting so much. Because like there was this giant blot of black that was surrounding me. It was making my head stick out, like my face stick out of a blot of darkness. And I'm like, that just looks weird. So I had to fuck around with that for like 15 minutes. So lost a little bit. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be on by like 6 o'clock this morning. Like, nah, didn't happen. Did not happen. But my sleep cycle is changing, and I'm happy about that. It's potentially going to give me more time in the morning to do art like this. It's only working 1 hour in the morning is it's less than what I used to have. It's apparently where I'm at right now, but it's less than what I prefer to have. So I'm trying to see about changing my bedtime so I can get up earlier, so I can get more art done. But it's going to end up taking away from my evening design time because it's pushing forward all of my late night, like all my bed, like my bed ramp activity. So we'll see. We'll see. It won't be as much of an issue when once the layouts are done. Won't be as much of an issue when once the layouts are done. And my music stopped again. Yeah, I pay Epidemic for the convenience, but the less convenient they are, the less I'm interested in paying them. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get into here. Add some lighting to these ribs so we can help define those shapes a little bit better. Raise up in there. Have some scapula back in here. Fill in those shoulder blades. How are we looking here? Needs more work. Let's separate that so the spine isn't interrupting my thought process. We can focus on the rib cage a little bit better. That curvature is a pain in the ass, but it looks good when I get it right. need to clean up that sternum. That's a wreck. Nope, not like that. There we go. Let me guess, epidemic stopped again. Smooth out these edges. I should be in a pretty good place. There we go. There, and yeah, that is turning out okay. Good. Good, 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 good. There we go. Fill that in like that. Good. Transform. Bring that in. Here. What the fuck just happened? Nothing. We're good. I think I can. Bend those in a bit. Bring that down. There we go. I think that's a little bit more gap than I'm supposed to have. That, I think, is probably better. I think this whole structure here is probably wider than it's supposed to be. Let's bring that in a tig. Better. Arms go to there. Good. There we go. Well, with any luck, I won't have to have as much detail on any of the other ones that are on the back row like this. I mean, over on the far right, we're going to have a similar issue. We're going to have to spend some time detailing those out with shields and shit, but that'll be good. Shields are like a foot cheat code. You can hide stuff behind it. Shields are like a foot cheat code. You can hide stuff behind it. There we go. And despite the sleep, I'm not being very yammery today. I feel like I'm challenged. Despite the sleep, I'm not being very yammery today. I feel like I'm challenged. I do enjoy yammering when I do this stuff. It makes me feel like I'm escaping into the art a little bit better when I just kind of talk a lot. I'm not getting that grace today. So whatever is going on, it's yeah. We'll see. We'll see where I end up at. Here like that. What's up? Yeah, fair enough. You're very gracious, Fox. Fair enough. You're very gracious, Fox. Get rid of that spot there. This should be fine, actually. It's I need a little bit more detail on this arm, and we'll be okay with that. Let's grab up in here. Like that. Is that? Thanks. The low resolution certainly helps. The low resolution certainly helps. But like I said, I was intentionally avoiding rib cages and the closer pieces so that I wouldn't have to worry about intense levels of detail. When they're further back like that, I can add in, you know, the bits. Okay, that felt yammery. That felt more true to form. Happy to be there. But yeah, thanks for the compliment. I am pleased with how they turned out as well. Rib cages are a massive pain in the ass. They're a logistics nightmare, really. Not a logistics nightmare. They're a structural pain in the ass because of the gaps and stuff like that. So I think we did it okay. And that arm is looking a bit bigly. Small detail, but for sure. There we go. And we'll do some of that bottom shading technique that we go with to fade in the lower visibility. Like it's going to fade into the fog at the lower level because we get the ground fog that's kind of sweeping through all of them. And once we have each of the individual skeletons resolved, then we'll start doing, we'll have individual fog treatment for each of them so that they kind of like fade into the environment. a little bit better. Head's too big, or body's too small. No, it turns out those hips are too small. Huh, I was right. They were the right size initially. All right, well, let's get you built in there right. Hey, Francois, how you do? Hey, Francois, how you do? So, Fox, what's your hockey team of choice? Seattle here has the Krakens now, but I'm still a St. Louis Blues fan. I don't really watch hockey anymore. I used to a lot when I was a kid. I don't really watch hockey anymore. I used to a lot when I was a kid. What are we on, like 20 minutes left? Yeah, a little less than 20 minutes. Yeah, I feel I can take this and bring in a touch. Yeah, that felt right. And we'll just fade that into the fog once we get to it, so I don't have to worry about that too much. There we go, break that down there. Let's clean up the edges a little bit. We'll move on to the next guy. This one's probably good enough. Head's still big. There, that's proper portioning. Yeah, it does look good. Nice. Yeah, it does look good. Nice. Merge that down. Good placement. Good placement. See, like all these back here, like there's so much less I'm going to have to worry about. Much, much easier. These guys that poke through like that occasionally need some attention. I could probably get away with that rib cage, like spamming that rib cage at different points back here and just changing the heads around. All right, next. Here. What's that? Hawaiian noises. Banging on those bongos like a chimpanzee. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. This guy is seriously just the top. Yeah, this guy's just like a head. Like barely. Wait, hold on. Make sure I'm not. Nope. There's gaps going on down in here. So let's pan to Caesar. What is Caesar's? That's the gap that we're looking at. Build the head here. Yeah, those microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. Got Dire Straits in my head today for some reason. Because I listen to classic rock on my own, that's why. And Dire Straits popped up in my music feed last night and stuck around. And this could be more of a zombie. Bloater. And we'll eventually get to the one holding his head up. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Like that. Yep, stopped again. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this all in the same layer, aren't I? Well, that's not normally what I do. Here we are. Here we are. Let's just go with it. Trying to tilt my head to keep my perspective straight on this. So funny. Yeah. Pushes out like that. That feels really good. Nice. Nice. Yes. 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 I like that. I like it being cocked at a weird angle like that. That just looks good though. I'm happy with it. Good. Glad to hear you got good sleep, Fran. Swap. Glad to hear you got good sleep, Fran. Swap. So how we sit inside of this space? Barely consequential. I'm putting more effort into this guy than he is apparently going to pull. Let's put his head up like that so you can at least see it somewhat. Wait a second. We're going to end up having the Yugo back here. Wait. Here, which is already... It's not ridiculously large. Just need to bring it down a bit. That's more a reasonable size for that guy. And now we have a little bit of space for this dude. And apparently I'm pulling everyone else along with him. Yeah, like that. I'm going to have more back here to add some volume here. Well, keep in mind, your character's only like 8th level, and this is just one horde. Well, yeah, we'll be if not today, soon. If not today, then maybe tomorrow morning. We're going to look at the mob mechanics that are in the 5e24 DMG to look at how you group up. This is an idea that we had been playing with in the command system before we built the Spelljammer book, was grouping individual creatures together into mobs so that they deal more dice of damage and have a higher attack, which is it's hardly a unique idea, but we had a really good curve of progression to be able to scale up from like a 2x2, like a large, like four medium-sized creatures being large size, and then huge size, and then gargantuan, and then expanding out from there. Man, nothing tastes good like water when you're thirsty. Holy Hannah. I've taken a cursory look at the at the mob rules that they included in the DMG, but I want to spend a little extra time on that because that is a way to allow very low CR monsters to become significant threats to mid-level characters. And it's a great mechanic. It's awesome in the hands of characters when they're commanding armies like squads. But it's a good way. It's a good way to scale to allow for, well, you know, mobs, low CR creatures to become high CR threats by basically just stacking the XP value together, but then having them basically like have a mass help action to assist each other in attacking and to deal more damage is a way to take, you know, like a bunch of like CR1 skeleton things and turn them into a CR6 threat, which is pretty significant against 6th, 7th level, you know, 7th, 8th level characters. It starts to stack up. I don't have to worry about having too many lethal encounters. More about having more medium, like somewhere between moderate and deadly is where I generally want to sit. Because AoE is so effective against low CR creatures. Fatiguing the characters, making them burn through resources is a better challenge than tossing a lethal threat at them every, you know, once or twice a day. When the campaign is structured to allow it. There we go. I like that. That looks good. This looks really good. I'm happy. Music stopped again. Epidemic, you're pissing me off. We're almost out of time today anyway. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is it? 7:56. Shit. I got to bounce. And hey, my computer just locked up, so that's perfect. Sometimes Photoshop locks up when OBS is being used, and it makes me restart the program. But it happens to be 7:57 here in Seattle, so I'm going to kick out of here. If I'm going to have the opportunity, again, I'm not sure if I'll be here at lunch today or not. Honestly, my day feels like it's going to be weird. So. If I'm going to be able to be on, obviously I'll just drop notes in the Discords and on my social medias that I'm up and running. So folks are welcome to join in with me if they want to. Otherwise, if I'm not able to make it today, we're going to work on Hordes, mob mechanics tomorrow morning. And that'll be my morning gear up for the Martial Powers playtesting that we're going to do tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. here in Seattle or 12:30 on the East Coast. And then I'll be back Monday morning to continue with artwork. And then Monday night, we'll work on the Bastion campaign some more. Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning. I don't know if I'm going to be here on Monday or Wednesday. I think I might have a Monday lunch. I'm not positive. Monday and Wednesday might be weird next week. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be around. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks all for hanging out with me, guys. Francois, Foxtrot, pleasure as always. Appreciate you guys. And I will be back later. Cheers. Where's my off button? Here we go.